Hey, I'm CineSport's Noah Coslov. It's Off the Top Rope with the Big Leads Jason McIntyre. As we get into the latest in the Louisville stripper prostitution recruit player guardian situation, it all comes down to what did head coach Rick Pitino know and when. And these days, Jason, as you know, you just can't say as a head coach, well, I didn't know, and expect to skate. So what happens here?
Well, you can, Noah.
No, you
Roy
can't.
Williams is playing that angle with the academic scandal.
Yeah, but he's going to get hit.
Go ahead.
He's going to get hit, Roy Williams.
We don't know that. I mean, why is it taking so long? We're still waiting for it. He's got the #1 team in the country. We're still waiting for the NCAA. Unless Rick Pitino got a text saying, hey, the prostitutes are here, come down to the party or something. You know, there's no smoking gun here. I think, Noah, the big negative for Louisville is the recruiting angle. It's going to be tough for him to go into the home of high school kids and sell their parents on the program when this guy cheated on his wife a few years ago, sleeping with that woman in a restaurant, and then she tried to get money out of him. And then, now this one where, hey, the basketball team is banging prostitutes. You know, it's just a horrible look. I don't know how Pitino clears this up, but there's a lot of unanswered questions. For instance, Noah, you brought this up. If these Louisville players were going to a strip club, right, would this have all been okay? Hey, they're seeing naked girls and, you know, maybe doing some other stuff on the side.
Yeah, I think it would be kind of overlooked. And something you brought up before we started rolling was maybe Louisville thought that this would be safer, having the girls in the dorm, because when you're out in public, then more things could go wrong. But look, at Louisville, with Rick Pitino, you brought up the issue that he had years ago, or just a few years ago, with that woman, the extramarital affair. That didn't impact his recruiting. I mean, they won a national title.
But Rick got lucky with that one because the woman tried to extort money out of him. And that's a terrible look, obviously, for her. And then he could just say that was what it was all about to the parents. But, you know, how do you say, hey, I don't know what's going on in my program, and then you tell parents, hey, we've got a great program with a bunch of upstanding individuals. He's in a really bad spot, and I don't see how right now he can wiggle out of this one. But is Louisville going to go fire their coach a couple weeks here before the season, or are they going to let this all play out? You know, I'm not so concerned about the NCAA angle simply because as long as nobody talks to them, the NCAA has nothing.
Right, and the NCAA would just play the 10-game suspension card. That's what seems to be popular these days. But Louisville has to take action here if they are truly serious about where they want to go forward as a program. Is it about Rick Pitino or is it about the actual program? Because this isn't a good team this year. So maybe you could make the transition this year.
Lost a lot of players. I do want to say, Noah, the most sickening part of this is that a mom was pimping out her 2 daughters, as well as other people's daughters, for like $100, whatever the cost was. It's just so horrible to read it. I don't know how you make the move from, hey, let's have these girls go party, and then, oh, yeah, you want to have sex with my daughter, go for it. You know, this woman should be in jail without question. She needs to go behind bars.
But then that's a whole nother story with this legal process, because it seems like in the Class A law, the statute of limitations is already up, so this is why she's speaking. I still don't know why she is coming out now. Did she go to Louisville and say, all right, well, if you don't give me this amount of money, I'm going to write the book? What's in it for her?
Yeah, and another great question. And Noah, here's the other one. Did the basketball players know, hey, we're sleeping with prostitutes? Or they were just like, hey, there's some girls who's coming to party. They're dancing for us. They're getting naked. Hey, we're college kids. This is what happens. We're going to have sex. Or did the players know, hey, here's $100. Let's have sex? We don't know that.
We don't know. And then some of the guardians were having sex, too. And the fact that, we'll close on this, because there are so many layers to this. Yeah. $10,000 over the course of a few years for this really isn't a lot of money.
Yeah. It's a very complicated situation with, you've been to bachelor parties where things get out of hand and you don't know whether this is a prostitute or this is just a stripper who may be interested. You don't know. I don't know what bachelor parties you go to.
I'm not going down that rabbit hole. That's Off the Top Rope with the Big Lead Jason McIntyre.
All right.
Good talking to you. Thanks, pal.